Joining us right now is Nicholas Burns, the former Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs under President George W. Bush. Sir, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Maria.
Your reaction on the ban?
Well, not necessary, because we've already had very strong vetting in the Bush and Obama administrations. We've taken in 800,000 refugees since 9/11 with very few problems. The other problem with it, Maria, is that it's a gift to the Islamic State. The perception here, whether it's right or wrong, is this is a ban on Muslims. That's exactly what terrorist groups want to be able to say to their followers. And so the smarter policy, Senator Graham, Senator McCain, Senator Sauce, Senator Alexander, all Republicans have said, we've got to do this in a different way. You know, you ban all Iraqis without informing the Iraqi government, and we're trying to fight for the future of Mosul with the Iraqi government. I think the implementation has been very ragged, and they've got to turn this around.
Yeah, but I mean, the truth is he made this promise on the campaign trail. Nobody should be surprised, right? He said he was going to do it. And the truth is he's trying to figure out how he's going to stomp out terrorism. What would have been the better alternative?
The better alternative is you can protect these borders, obviously, by very strong vetting. There was a 60 Minutes program last night that showed that most of the intending refugees into the United States have to wait 24 to 36 months. They're investigated by all of our intelligence agencies, by the State Department, by the FBI and others. We already have this in place, and it's if you want to fight terrorism, don't act like we're against Muslims. Remember after 9/11, Maria? President Bush said, he made a big statement in the days after 9/11, we are not at war with Islam. President Trump has thrown himself into this without proper vetting in his own administration, did not consult the Congress. The administration needs to go back and dot those I's and cross the T's.
But, Ambassador, it's Dagan McDowell, but we should point out that ISIS did not exist under the Bush administration. And also, in terms of the vetting, it was only last year that they started looking at the social media records of people who wanted asylum from Syria here in the United States. So to say that we can't do more, that's not fair.
Well, certainly we should do everything we can that's smart to protect our borders, but we don't want to do dumb things. President Bush obviously faced al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda attacked New York and the Pentagon. That was a more virulent threat to the homeland of the United States than the Islamic State has been. You're right that the Islamic State appeared in 2014, but the way to fight the Islamic State is to reinforce the Iraqi government and not surprise the Iraqis with the ban on all visitors from Iraq. So the diplomacy here and the intelligence is very important, and I think President Bush and President Obama were able to put in place a security system that is defending this country.
Steve Rogers.
You know, one of the problems I see with all of this is, first, it's not a ban on Muslims, number one.
Yeah, but that's what the ambassador's saying. That's what it looks like.
Well, it could look like what it is, but the fact of the matter is we don't have all the intelligence and information yet, and everyone's drawing all these narratives without that information. But more importantly, to suggest, for example, that we should have notified the Iraqi government. Look, I stand very firm with the president on this. We can't trust anybody, all right? It's hard to trust people overseas, especially when it comes to the sharing of intelligence and information. So, look, he did what he did. I think he did it in the best interest of this country. And the fact of the matter is that I believe at the end of the day, we're going to find out when we get all of the intelligence information that this was the right thing to do.